as we're talking, because you keep the questions coming, by the way, there's still time. But and here's another one. But quickly, you've talked about the safe space thing in the past. It really winds you up, doesn't it? You don't like the use of safe space. Am I right?
Yeah. Let me clarify on that, and then I'll come to Isabel's question. Let me just clarify on that. It's not that I don't like safe spaces, and it's not that I think that they're wrong. What I'm wary of is them becoming the default for dealing with issues which can be dealt with if you're equipped to deal with them. But what we mustn't do is come from this guilt-driven space, right? If we come from an equity space, a fairness space, the solutions that we're going to come up with are going to be more around how can we deal with this issue as opposed to how can we help the poor, hapless victim. And the problem is, it's like, there's the guilt drink is like, the guilt Kool-Aid is easy to drink. It's really tempting. It's colorful and it makes you feel good, but it's got a bitter aftertaste. And the bitter aftertaste is that it leaves you as a hapless victim. So I'd rather just drink water. And to me, water has no enemy. Water is the equivalent of coming from a place of fairness. And I think if you do that, then you're going to equip people with the skills that they need. And then you don't need things like safe spaces. Because let's face it, what does a safe space do? You go to the safe, you have a safe space, you tell them all your stuff, right? Then that consultant then goes to the HR, they have a conversation, then you bring the perpetrating manager, they have a conversation with him, maybe there's some mediation done. Then what happens is he's kind of irritated and walking on eggshells. You're kind of paranoid that he thinks of you or she thinks of you differently, and you're back to where you started. Why not just call the thing out? Having said that, sometimes safe spaces are the best, are the right thing, and they should be used. Should I go to this question?